I live in Georgia right now, in Snusi, in Turkey.
Yes,
That Turkey, it's how to pronounce it correctly. Turkey, Turkey,
I don't know. Yes, like Turkey. Yeah, and even
Turkey.
in YouTube when we were just here, I changed that to Turkey, and it was Turkey just about less than a month ago. It was like really written like Turkey,
Yeah,
and just I mean 1 week ago I noticed that it's Turkey. Yeah.
Turkey. I heard it from Crazy Russian Sergey. Like he came to my live stream, I guess, or in the comments and said like it's different name for the country right now.
Yeah, crazy. I don't know why they changed the name. I mean, I have no idea.
So now you're in Turkey, Turkey, yeah, and I heard that you have some difficulties with temporary residence, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so people like people who rented usually they get the residence very easy,
Yeah.
and from the 26th of December the last year, so they start giving the residence to people to who rented, like only those who bought, and you have to buy like the house for at least $75,000
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
I
the
heard
residence.
it's a huge amount of money. You need to
Yeah.
buy very, expensive apartment.
Yeah, if you don't have enough, I mean, like you buy a house for 50,000, let's say, so they will not give you the reasons. It doesn't mean nothing.
Was it difficult to make a bank account in Turkey?
Yeah, by the way, it's difficult for people. I mean, here in Turkey, to open a bank account, you have to no, I mean, it's easy if you have money. So when you go to bank accounts, most of bank accounts they ask from you deposit. Some of them they ask
Mm,
like to deposit $2,000 for 3 months, like deposit, and like you don't have you can't use it like for 3 months. Like some bank they said like more deposit, and they ask also for commissions, and like most of their banks they did don't even let you open the bank account, but some of them they ask for deposit. So I just searched in the maybe somebody it will be useful for some people here. I just searched for that from an advice of a girl here. Her name is Yulia. She was like from Izmir, like the place where we just landed by plane. So she said, go to Telegram in the place where you live. I'm living in a town called Mersin, city
merci.
Mersin. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I just went to Telegram, wrote Russians in Mersin, and I found there, and I wrote where to open a bank account, and they said you have to go to Erdemli. Erdemli is about like a 1 hour by bus from here. So I went to Erdemli, and there they opened it. They didn't ask for deposit $2,000, but they asked it for commission. So commission it was about $60, and that's how I
Mhm.
opened the Turkish
And
bank.
commission just for opening bank account, right? It's
Yeah,
single like
yeah,
payment.
yeah. Single payment. Yes, they will
Mhm.
not give you back, and they don't even put it in in your bank account. Just take it.
Mm-hmm. And kind of the same situation here in Georgia. You need to pay. Um, I can calculate 50 lari local currency, and it's close to $20. You need to pay for applying to you to ask a bank for application, like, and they can decline your application. Uh,
Ah, so
so
you
yeah,
can pay, but you if they will
yeah, it's
decline, you will lose that
yeah,
money.
yeah. And I paid twice for the most popular bank in Georgia, Bank of Georgia. I
Mhm.
paid twice, and they declined, twice. So I lost that money.
45%.
But yeah, and I decided to find another bank, and it's a second bank in Georgia, TBC. It's huge, it's popular, so everything is fine. And they opened me bank account, in 2 hours. Like I applied, I paid that money, and
Mhm.
they made the phone call. Like your bank card is ready, you can come back and get it. So. That was easy, and now no problems with
Ah,
that bank. And
yeah.
they have that commission, like yearly commission, like on it's $50, I think, maybe even
Mm.
less, like each year. So it's fine, and it works. It works very well with crypto, with
Ooh,
Binance. So
nice.
I can, yeah,
I
so
love
I
crypto.
can use it and transfer money from Russia to Georgia and back. So pretty easy, pretty easy.
Angie asked the both of you top three things you like about the country. Okay, top three things I like about Turkey. The weather, I like that. Not unlike Georgie, nobody care if you are Russian or Ukrainian. They welcome
Yeah,
everybody here. So it's not important. I mean, in Georgia, maybe it's not the case. You will
yeah,
tell us.
yeah.
And the third thing, I like that the architecture is a bit different. A lot of trees, and the architecture it's simple. It's not that like I mean I can also compare with Dubai, because when we were in Dubai, everything looks very expensive and the life is expensive, and I mean we just run from there, not from mobilization, but from
Yeah.
losing money, because we spent in 1 month in Dubai we spent about $2,000. Imagine that.
Wow.
That's crazy. We just run from there. And here,
Dubai
like the
is
prices
expensive,
are
you know.
awesome.
Expensive place.
Yeah, when I just reached to the airport, the first thing I liked about Turkey that they have a simple airport. Like everything is simple. Like the garbage cans are simple, not like fancy like in Dubai. I
Is
thought,
it?
oh my god, it thanks God. If those cans are like so simple, so the prices will be here good.
And about Georgia, what I like about Georgia, it's whoever will be in the first place, like in a first position, whoever is good here in Batumi, but not everywhere in Georgia. So if you go to Tbilisi, there will be a bit colder, even um, it's whoever. It's everyone speak Russian, like most of the people speak Russian, and maybe it's I don't know about Tbilisi, but in Batumi, I think even more locals speak Russian because they have a lot of Russian tourists because it's a
Mm.
seasonal business here, and
Ah,
most of the tourists they are from Russia.
I
So
see.
yeah, and on cafe you can see the signs on cafe like "Здравствуйте,"
Ah,
там "вкусная еда," and
yeah.
something like this, like tasty food, like in Russian.
Nice. Nice. They
Yeah,
didn't remove the Russian language from there.
yeah. And the third thing, locals, like you said, like maybe some of them hate you, like if you're a Russian, like kind of hate you.
Mm.
But anyway, locals try to help. Like they try to help, and this is a huge plus. Like in Kazakhstan, the people very hospitable, and in any case, like don't care about like that conflict between Russia and Georgia. So
Cool.
people, anyways, help you. This is a really huge plus. I think
Yeah.
if you somehow came to Georgia and you don't have to, you don't have place to stay, they're gonna, offer you to come to their apartment and for a couple of nights to stay until you find your new place, like apartment and something.
The culture shock you
Culture
find
shock.
in. Yeah.
Um, now I can start.
Yeah.
Culture shock in Georgia. The first thing I made a video about it. Like I can drink water straight from the water, tap water. It's tap water, and
Hmm.
it's clean because it's from mountains, and it's
I like it
it's
like
very
that.
tasty. It's very tasty.
Yeah, it's clean water
Mm.
there.
Yeah, clean water, very tasty. So I don't have to pay for water and buy it in a bottle. But my friends who live here, they still buy in bottles. like huge bottles, like 5 or more liters.
Yeah.
Another one cultural shock, that was a horrible driving culture. Like everyone is in a hurry, like mostly taxi drivers, they do not give you a chance to cross the road. So you must be very careful if you want to cross the road.
Yeah.
And maybe it's and maybe prices, that would be three cultural shocks. It's prices in the stores, it's kind of the same or really really close to Russian prices.
Mm.
I thought if level of life in Georgia a bit less than in Russia, the price is going to be a bit cheaper. Like cost of taxi is very cheap here in Georgia because of it's not the season, it's not summer. In summer it will be different price, I guess, because more people gonna come here. But price for food in grocery store, it's horrible. Like I was expecting like a different price, and price for renting something like a room in a hotel, apartment, house, everything. No, but again, it's obvious because a lot of people came here, so it's obvious. It's everywhere in the world. Like in Turkey, I think it's the same. Like prices maybe became a bit higher than before.
Not that much, I would say. So in Turkey, the things. I want to add something to Georgia because I was in Georgia for 1 week,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
something
yeah,
surprises me there. When I went to the store, they have a lot of Russian products.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
like
right.
I
You're
mean,
right.
smetana and I don't know,
Yeah, the
the
same, the
chocolate
same.
and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So it's the same about other Batumi as well. Like they have Russian
yeah,
products.
yeah. I think it's
Cool.
all over Georgia because Russia and Georgia now do not have diplomatic relationships, but trading between Russia and Georgia, it's huge. Like it's on the same level than before like any conflict, like.
So the things that shocked me in Turkey, that I mean, all my life I was hearing that Turkey is a touristic place. So it's
Yeah.
supposed to be like if you are going to the touristic place, everybody speak English. But it turns nobody speak English here. I mean, I'm always walking with the phone, like with the Google Translate, pushing that button, and sometimes I just go to people and make them like this, and they
Yeah,
like what they are doing, what you are doing. Like, I want them to talk. I mean, I say something, and then I put the phone like that to, I mean, to translate what they are talking
yeah.
about. Nobody like speak English. That was like a surprise for me because I thought like it's a touristic place, and I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was mistaken. I
that
thought
that
everybody
that
speaks.
was I was talking about that, like in Turkey no one speak English, and someone told me like no everyone speak English in Turkey. I said no, because maybe in some place, maybe in Istanbul more people
Yeah,
speak English, but in
maybe.
a bit smaller towns it's like only Turkey, or you have to use your hands to tell
Yeah,
some.
I was in four big cities. You can say Izmir, Konya, Adana, and Mersin. All of them, and not that much people speak English. Maybe like, you find sometimes, but it's very rarely. And I mean, you have to
Yeah.
to work with your translator.
So another one fact. What shocked
Uh,
you?
for for example, I didn't expect usually when I use airplanes, they give us food. I mean, in the airplane, they give us food. Mostly in Russia, I was in Algeria. I never had like any kind of food in the buses. I mean, when I took the bus from Mersin to Izmir for the documents, so they always provide food, like food every like 2 3 hours. They give you some snacks, some coffee, some tea you can choose. It's like very good service. I mean, it was like surprising and cool for me.
So it's included in your ticket, right?
Yeah, it's included in their ticket. They don't even ask
Wow.
money for that. I mean, yeah.
Uh, that's cool. That's cool. I guess I saw about something about that in Crazy Russian Sergey, one of his videos. Like
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
in a bus, and yeah, I remember a bit. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool. That's cool.
Maybe
And
people also didn't see videos from Turkey, but they have also like how to call cistern? I don't know, like places
barrels,
where they
maybe
put
barrels,
barrels. So big
maybe.
barrels, they put them on the like in most of the roofs. They put those barrels, and next to those barrels, they have like solar panels. And it
Mhm.
seems that solar panels maybe they help to heat the water there or something. But I don't understand why they have so much barrels on the roofs and with right next to them a lot of solar panels. That was
Interesting.
something surprising. So
Mhm.
I was asked how many languages I speak. I speak French, Arabic, and Russian and English, like four languages.
Wow, four languages.
Yeah.
That's cool. I can speak Russian, a little bit Ukrainian because my parents from Ukraine, and
Oh,
I
both
can
parents.
understand. I can understand, but sometimes I can speak, but I have to, I need a bit more time to find the right words in Ukrainian.
So you mean your both parents are from Ukraine,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and why you are from Russia?
Because my parents moved to Russia a lot of years ago, like in
Oh,
80s. They
I
moved to
see.
Russia because it was like new opportunities to make some money in Russia. It's a more huge country, and they thought like that would be a good idea to move to Russia to make some money, maybe in a north region. And I'm from north town, like uh, not the how to say, it's not extremely cold there,
Mhm.
it's not somewhere in the middle of Siberia,
Hmm.
but anyways it's on that side.
Ah, I
So
see.
yeah.
So and they don't speak Ukrainian at all, like usually.
They can speak
They can
Ukrainian,
speak.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, in home usually, and in Russia they don't use it that much.
My parents, they from Kharkiv,
Hmm.
and most of the people from Kharkiv, they speak Russian. In
Ah.
So yeah, they can understand, and they when they need to speak Ukrainian, they speak Ukrainian. But most of the people who live in Kharkiv, they speak Russian because
Hmm.
it's pretty close to Belgorod in Russia. And yeah, people simply speak
Yeah.
Russian.
Yeah. I mean, Russians and Ukrainian are so related. I mean, they are like
Yeah,
almost the same people. It's crazy what's going on.
yeah, you're
Is
welcome.
it true, by the way, that Georgian people they always ask others to drink?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Ah. And if
They
you don't drink, they get mad at you. Like they said,
not really,
no,
not really. They like oh, they get upset.
upset.
Like, yeah, like, oh, he's don't drink. you you don't drink? Like, sure. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy. So
that's
I think
fun.
it's a country of wine. I think the wine is very
Yeah,
promoted there, right?
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. And I was drinking a few years ago, like a bit. I was tasting just for taste wine in Russia, in Georgian restaurant in Russia, and
Mm.
they were making wine, homemade wine, and it was like a juice. It was like a juice. Like you didn't even I didn't even feel any alcohol inside.
Yeah.
So it's like a juice, and I was like, wow, it's
Maybe
tasty.
maybe their wine is like that because they have very good water.
Oh, I don't know, but if that was in Russian. That was in
Ah,
Russia.
in Russia.
Yeah, that was in Russia. In Russian
Ah,
restaurant.
Not Georgian wine.
No, no, no. That
Ah,
was made in Russia. So
okay. Yeah. So Sally is asking about my degree. I have bachelor degree in economics, international economics, and master degree in transportation. I took those diploma in Russia, but I didn't work with those diploma. And mostly I worked like freelancer, translating, something like that. I didn't work with those diplomas. I mean, I don't have like experience in that, but I have those diplomas at least.
mm,
What did you finish, Dima?
I finished bachelor degree too in e-commerce, or what
Ah,
correctly.
it's similar
So
to economics. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
e-commerce
it's pretty
economics.
simple. Yeah. So, but that was not because I want to finish that speciality. It
Ah,
was mostly because of I do not want to go to army. So it's they gave me the how to say, when you're studying you don't have to go to army.
mm,
And after that I decided to solve my problem with army and prove that I have health issues and stuff, because when I was studying in university they said like you have to finish university and only after that you can prove. And
mm,
this is another trick by military office, because you uh, how to say, you can lose your chance to approve it, because that draft to army, to regular army in Russia, it's like a half of a year, like a lot of months in a year. They draft people to regular army, and you
mm.
you can finish your university, and at the next month you will be drafted in army. So
Oh,
they're trying to make it happen.
yeah.
But anyways, I solved that problem, and I'm glad that I did it, because if I did not do it, prove that I have some health issues, I will be one of the first in
In the list.
yeah, like I will be drafted in the first.
Crazy. I mean, they are taking two young people. I mean, to a war that is nothing to do with them. I mean,
Yeah,
young
yeah.
people they want just to live and to like improve their life, to learn, to to explore the world. I mean, crazy.
Like government think the people is a resource for
Mm,
some actions, and that's how the relationships between government and Russians. It's like we are resource for anything.
crazy.
What do you think Russians think about any foreigner, like who visit in Russia and they like hospitable? They're interested in like to help you to you know
they, they are very interested to help. For example, let me tell you about, they are even interested mostly in Americans than other foreigners. For example, I was like in Novocherkassk. I lived like in, it's a little town in Rostov region,
Mhm.
because my mother is from there, and I had an English club, so I didn't find a lot of like Russian friends there, but I had an English club. I was like practicing with them English, etc. And in that town, the town is little. One American guy from California. His name was Derek. So he was like joining our club just for fun because he didn't also find a lot of friends, etc. When he started joining our club, because our club was like growing and a lot of people knew us and etc. When he was in the street and a lot of people like get to know him, like he was very interesting to people. Like when he was like stopping in any place and speaking with the American accent, they were like, "Oh, American, you're American. How
Yeah,
are
yeah,
you? What do you need?" What he was like. I am half Russian. I had a mother there, and
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling that home like he was feeling home. I mean, they made him feel home. He was like he didn't need anything. He had like a lot of friends. He had like everything. I mean, he was very happy. And then he get married to a Russian girl, and he went to Moscow to work there. I don't know, and I lost contact with him. I mean. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so mostly, I mean, it depend always on people. I mean, I don't like to generalize. Like the same about Russians, but for other people from other countries, maybe if you tell them about, I mean, anything, they can, I don't know, can be positive about it. They can be negative about it. But like to generalize and to tell, I mean, all Russians are the same, or all like Americans thinks like this, or all Georgian people thinks like this. I mean, people are
So, so
different. They have,
your so your experience is positive, right? About like you think foreigners are in safe in Russia and people like happy about see like
no,
foreigners.
I didn't tell. Like it depend. I mean, it depend on people. It depends on people. There are like
Your experience. I ask about your experience, not
ah,
you know
but
someone.
told you it depends on people. There are people didn't like me that much. There are people liked me that much. I mean, it depends really on people. There are people like, I mean, maybe they really like racist and they don't like foreigners. There are people they love foreigners. They don't. I mean, they love everybody. It depends on people. I don't know. My experience mostly like not that negative. I mean.
Yeah,
If I never fighted with with the, I had only one or two fight with the Russian, or all these 12 years living there. And even like the fight was very stupid, that because the guy was one guy was drunk and another guy like just was a stupid reason we fought. But generally, I mean, it was like safe and okay
yeah,
to live there, especially like I liked the fact when we had like in Russia the how to say uh, the FIFA 2018,
yeah,
the
yeah,
World Cup, and a lot of people like it was like a rumor or a fake news that like it's very very how to say dangerous to go for a foreigner to Russia. And in the end, a lot of people, foreigners came in that time in the World Cup in 2018, and they liked everything, and nobody like was hit or attacked, or I mean, it was okay. I mean,
yeah,
the problem is always not in people. I mean, the problem is in the government. I mean, government can do crazy things, but
yeah. Most of the
people they
time.
want just to live and to survive it and to, you know, to enjoy their life.